All right. Hello, beautiful world, everybody. I know it's been a while. Got this beautiful lady on, but I'm gonna save all the introductions and let her introduce herself. I'm sure y'all know, but
Of course, y'all know.
right,
My name is Haley Farguson. I am a fitness enthusiast. I'm a personal trainer. I love to teach people the right way to do fitness and nutrition because they work um, alongside each other. I teach them to not overcomplicate it, but to simplify it and to make it last forever, make it a lifestyle. I also have a apparel brand, Armor Through Iron. It's Christian based, but it's also awesome. It's uh, it's meant to be a driving force for your day to just kill the excuses and to make things happen in your life. So, um, I'm a mom. I work full time at a hospital. I personal train in the evening time. I just got done with my clients like 45 minutes ago. Um, I I just want to do own my own business and do that full time one day. So I'm killing it now. So that way, in about a couple of years, I can not have to clock in and out. So yeah.
it's been a while. I mean, it's the funny thing. I was just thinking when I'm listing everything that you listed. I'm thinking about a couple of months ago when we first started talking, and that list wasn't so long. It wasn't as long as it is now, and it's just like it's so good to
Yeah.
be able to have a platform to look back and like just to see the evolution. We could call it the evolution of Haley.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
and see, I started out only doing online coaching
Hmm.
because at the time I didn't have a gym to work out of.
Right.
And since then, I've been blessed, and one of my acquaintances opened up his own gym. And he's like,
Mm.
"Hey, I have to have someone teach one of my classes. Do what you want. I just need that hour filled with something
Filled with something.
awesome
Right.
that's going
Right.
to challenge people." So, I did that, and then out of that, people started wanting to personal train with me, and he's like, "Hey, gives me an awesome rate. Rent he charges me is really low compared to a lot of other corporate gyms around here."
Hmm.
So I just started using that, and it's one of them Arnold gyms. Like it's amazing. Like it has all this old school stuff,
Right.
and it also has a lot of newer equipment too. It's kind of like a perfect mix. So I've just been filling up my week slowly but surely with sessions, and it's a great supplemental income.
Right. 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 Right.
So, and plus, I love it. I love helping people change, get stronger. Like, I love helping them realize they could do things they thought they couldn't,
Hmm.
and to help them reach their goals is just so fulfilling. And I'm so happy to be a part of their life. So, definitely a great thing going on right now. And it's just the beginning of the year. It's not even through with
Exactly. Right.
January.
Right. Right. Right.
I just can't see. I can't wait to see the next just few months.
Hmm.
Um, see how much growth comes. So
I mean, it's just that's because God right there, like what I'm saying, like how everything sometimes just
hallelujah.
fits. Yeah, it's just how everything fits. You know, as you know, when I was texting you, well, you probably didn't know until I text you that I've been getting back into my because I know you're Christian, I'm Catholic, but we all serve the same person. Yeah, it's all the same. But it's just letting him take you on the journey and just you're gonna go through struggles sometimes and just loving the journey, whether it's struggles or joys. It's all for the love of the journey, and you just going. I'm just riding the wave, and just like you just riding the wave. Certain things are just gonna come in when they're ready to come in, and that gym just came in at the right time, and now you can fit everything in there. It's just beautiful. Don't you think sometimes it's just like wow, it's like a picture being painted and just putting a puzzle being fixed up, and everything is just starting to come boom boom, getting the corners,
That's
getting
right.
everything right. It's so good. What else? So what else? Because I noticed there's like you were with a team. I know you had like a picture up with like a team.
Oh yeah.
What's that about?
Um. Okay. So let's see. I've been with them. So the owner or the founder of that group. So his whole mission which I love. We connected on Instagram actually, because I seen his business model and I just really believed in what he was trying to do in the community. So he is trying to build up a couple more personal trainers to the team. But I met up with him, I think March last year. It's almost been a year. He really mentored me. We met up like once a week, and met up
No,
once. And then he'll be like, okay, hey, tell me what you want to know more of. Okay, we talk about that. Okay, then I'll actually do that. And then he kept putting on more things to challenge me out of my comfort zone. And hey, I have this client coming in and I don't really know how to work with this injury. How do I do it? Okay, he says, do this approach, do that approach. How to market, how to do the sales portion, which I had no clue how to do.
yeah, I know you're starting from scratch pretty much.
Yeah, so like to really have him to lean on, because he's been doing it for 15 years. It was really such a blessing. Like it's like you said, like when it's time, it just happens like hot pain. It just
Yeah, yeah. It's just boom, boom, boom. You're like, whoa, whoa, whoa.
Yeah. So and then he brought on 2 more personal trainers, a massage therapist, a chef, and farmer who actually grows all kinds of seasonal stuff. So we volunteer, she feeds us. It's amazing. Like, oh, like I'll do all day work if you're gonna feed me. Like,
yeah, right. You know what I'm saying? That's all I need. All I need is water and something else, and we good.
Right. So sorry. Can you see me okay?
Yeah. I lost you for a second, but it's all good now.
Someone called me and messed up my okay. So we meet up every week to talk about.
Based out of Jacksonville, right?
Yeah, he has he actually has like an office with a gym and a few other rooms that his massage therapist has, an office. He has like a little gym in there. It's really neat. But it's like a big family. Like we want to bring the meaning back behind like fitness and personal training, right? Because especially with the personal trainers of the group, he really lets us know, hey, like the quality of the training and the heart behind it has to be there, not just hey, you're another session to add to my account. Because he really wants us to keep clients long term. But in order to keep clients long term, it's the relationship has to be there. Like you have to show them you really care, and then do things that always keep them approaching life stronger and reaching their goals. So, but then it challenges the personal trainer, right? Because instead of thinking like week to week, you're like, hey, am I doing now what I need to do to make them reach their goal that they want to reach in a month, in 2 months, in 3 months? So if we're not seeing the progression in their training and their strength, like it needs to be to reach their goal, then we have to reassess ourselves and be like,
Right.
I need to change this up and that. Okay, get them to think about this. Like, so it's just really the whole like holistic approach, versus like, okay, you get 30 minutes and let's just train. Okay, I don't care about what happens in your life outside of here. Then follow up with you until you see them again. It's not like that. Like, we treat each client like they're our family.
Well, that's how it should be.
Essentially, we want them to be. Come around the team, meet everybody, have a massage from our massage therapist, to go to the farm, to eat the food. We have a physician's assistant who does like, she can check your blood pressure, check all that stuff to make sure that you don't have any surprises that is going to be detrimental to you down the line to ignore. Really great.
No, I mean, it sounds crazy. It sounds pretty good, and it sounds like it encompasses everything that you would think would encompass personal training, because it's just not like, it's very hard mentally to stay disciplined on something. So imagine, because it's not just a mental thing, it's not just a physical thing, it's what your intake is. If you're eating garbage all day, you're not going to have the mental capacity or stability to reach a goal that you would want. So it kind of all goes in a circle, and it's cool how all of you guys have a circle going where everybody can lean on somebody else for something else. Oh, yeah, your nutrition is not good. Hey, I got somebody that I know, and it keeps the money in the circle. So
Exactly.
that's pretty cool. What is it called?
The it's called the Flow Team. And he also has his personal the personal training side is SB Sculpting,
Okay.
and then the team as a whole is the Flow Team, FLOAW. And we would pronounce it Flow, but so that's like the team as a whole.
Okay. And what are the FLOA? What does it all stand for? Like that each
Um, I knew you was gonna ask me that.
Oh, that's why you're looking it up.
A test. I am. Hold on.
It's okay. It's
He's
okay.
gonna be don't watch this, Linton.
Well, while you're looking, I was wondering, does it incorporate any your religion?
No. So it doesn't. He doesn't ever talk about that.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, that's just him as a personal preference. He doesn't want to mix business with religion.
Yeah, I think that's mainly what it is, because as a business owner, like someone has great potential to add value to your team. Just because they don't believe like you do doesn't mean you're going to hire them.
Right.
But I mean, if you had a company that, hey, this is really, really strict, we only want people like that, that's a different story. But he sees potential when he brings you on the team as a person, and doesn't want to like hold your religious beliefs against you. So I mean, we don't pray openly or anything like that. I mean, a lot of us kind of mention like religion sometimes here and there, and everybody is really open. Like a lot of us believe in God. I think pretty much everybody on the team does, but we just don't. We never like openly talk about it.
Right. Well, I just wanted to know because I know you as far as your clothing business, I know that it's something that you want to kind of have revolved around each other with the personal training and religion. So I just wanted to know if that kind of coincided a little bit, because I never saw that as a bad idea. You don't have to be a Christian to read scripture and get meaning out of it.
Yeah, I know. Like, one of the personal trainers and I, we openly talk about praying in church and all that stuff. But that's really like when we're just doing, like, we'll have a workout together every so often, and it's just between our conversation.
Right. Because
but I got the meeting. If you want to hear the meeting,
of course. What was it?
Can you hear me?
Now I can hear you.
Fit lifestyle, optimizing, and advocating wellness.
It's a mouthful, but yeah, it makes sense. And so he did he just start this like new based on you guys as his team, or he's been doing it personally, and then he wanted to expand?
So, from my understanding, he's always had a vision of the team how it is now.
Okay.
He started like personal training, just him and the client, 15 years ago. So, as it stands right now, it's taken him a long time. Like, I believe he established a relationship, a business relationship with the chef, Allie, first.
Okay.
I think she came on as a client first, and then he realized she was a chef, and they kind of developed over time. Like, I think they've been knowing each other for like 6 or 7 years now.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like, hey, I have Allie. Let's try to get somebody else. So he met the farmer couple. They have a farm in McClenny, which is a really rural area, like 45 minutes from here. And then he brought them on, and then he met the massage therapist because she was looking for an office to work out of, and he had an extra one. And then he met one of the personal trainers through the massage therapist. And then he met me, and then he met another other personal trainer, Josh, through I think the husband of the massage therapist. So we just through acquaintances, and
Right.
we've just all come together. So he's wanting to bring on 2 more personal trainers. So he's working. He just brought on one, but he doesn't bring him around the team right away.
Right.
This is only
Wants to kind of
right. Like make sure they're mentally on and like emotionally on the same page as his vision. Because which I get, because you can't we work right now, right? We mesh, our personalities are great, we love each other, like we're there to support each other,
right.
And you can't have someone not with the same vision and goals, and
it throws the team off balance.
Right. So I get why he doesn't bring them around for like a few months, 2 or 3 months. So now if we have like a big meetup, sure, but like to our meeting once a week, it usually takes him a while to bring him around, because we meet up once a week to talk about goals and future goals and where we stand with any questions. Right. Just how to make ourselves better. And then I have my own personal, like Haley personal training.
Right.
So, I mean, of course, I've gotten a few people from the team recommended to me. So
that's interesting. So how does it work when it comes to your own brand and meshing with them? Is it like you have to give them a certain percent, or whatever you do on your time is your money? How does it, how do you guys coincide that? Like for instance, if you sell your shirts, I would assume be all your money. But I would assume if you get personal trainer, or if you get clients from them, that they refer them to you, that would have to be some kind of like, you guys got to haggle that out, no?
Well, right now, we're all like independent contractors. Like we just we're like a team, but we have our own business. Like we don't pay each other anything.
Okay.
Like it doesn't charge us anything. We don't pay anything towards the team. Like we're just there because we have a heart for a better community, to make the community healthier.
Okay.
So like we'll do different events. Like say one of my clients works for like this big corporate office, and they're like, hey, we're doing this fitness month where we want to work out, teach more about health and wellness. And I'm like, okay, well, I have a bunch of people who know a lot. We can come everybody and do like a free demonstration workout. So like we'll just all meet up because we have the same goal in mind.
Right.
To educate the community, to put the heart back into bringing value to people. And then, the bonus is getting a client.
Mm-hmm.
So, like for instance, Linton, he's the man in charge. He's the big man behind the scenes, right? He had one of his, someone say, hey, I see you have a female personal trainer now, talking about me. He's like, yeah, I'll refer you. So he gave me her information. I contacted her, and she's been with me for 4 months now.
Mm.
He didn't ask for anything. It's just my client.
Right.
But now, instead of telling her, being limited by just one male personal trainer, he has me, so it adds more value to his team. Right.
Because you can get the other gender. Makes sense.
So say, for instance, someone asked him about, well, I want to make my nutrition better, but I just don't know how to cook. Well, guess what?
Well, yeah.
We got a chef.
Mm-hmm.
She can give you a free consultation. You can learn a few things, right? So, or what if my client's saying, man, I really need a massage therapist. I'm so tight, whatever. Well, I know one.
Right.
She's my personal massage therapist, so I use her. She's a sports massage therapist, and it's amazing.
As far as personal training, when you tell the clients to go to that location, or you work with them to meet wherever they want to meet, how does that work?
Well, so if you're not a member of the gym I personal train out of, then I can meet you at your house, or we can meet up at a park, or usually I just meet at someone's house. That's the way it's been. But yeah, if you're not affiliated with the gym I personal train out of, that's the only other option. So
Okay. I would, because just something that came to my head, because my cousin does that, and I'm gonna start doing that once I get my insurance. You should think about some kind of protection, though. You never know.
talk about like carrying a gun.
Something.
Yeah.
Because my cousin does that, and he had to start, you know, arming himself because, people would say, hey, look, I'm on personal training, meet up over here, and it would be two or three dudes waiting for him. You know what I'm saying? So yeah. So I mean, I'm just saying that because I know you're a female, and you know, if you're not thinking of it, you should. Yeah. You should really, especially if you're going to somebody's house or meeting up anywhere with anybody. Better be safe than sorry, right? So just throwing that out there. But yeah, I mean, that sounds like it right there. To get out of the morbid scared was part of that. That sounds like the deal. It's funny because that's the same mindset that me and him have been going on. Um, bringing personal training, because a lot of people, I mean, not to say that they have excuses, but lack of a better word, excuses. They want everything. It's like a consumer based economy right now. I mean, a like, I guess you could say, like some kind of a relaxed. Everybody wants everything to them as fast as possible. They don't want to be. They don't want to move anywhere for it. They don't want to go out and get it. They want it to be brought to them. So, kind of have to go where the money is, as to their people's leisure. Um,
Mhm. I don't like traveling and driving somewhere. So I'm really fortunate to have like only two clients that I actually have to drive for, but only I selling them mainly on my online coaching, which is mainly I communicate through you by text, and you know, I'll do a phone call here and there, but it's mainly texting, and it's amazing what you can accomplish just by texting someone every day.
right.
So one of them lives like 40 minutes away, and there's no way I can maintain my clients on my side of town plus travel all the way over there with rush hour traffic. So
Right.
her once a month.
Right.
And anybody that lives across town, I will only meet them once a month. Now I don't charge as much, obviously, because I'm only meeting them
Come in once a month, right? Right.
but I'm still helping them. I'm not
Right.
limited to, I can't help you because I can't meet you once a week.
Right.
I can still help them. So that's my alternate way of still.
Hold on a second. Can you hear the train when it passes by?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm like, what? Because I got the window really wide open. Um, yeah, that that does make, especially with a full time job. There's really no way to. But like you said, baby steps. Everything is coming in little by little. So
Every day I walk in, I clock in, I'm like, one day I won't do this anymore.
yeah. That's, I was telling because me and my daughter's mother are a little bit more cordial, and she wonders how I could give up when I was working in the post office. I was making so much money. I said, once you have freedom, I won't give it back for anything in the world. It's like I won't give it back. You gotta, it has to be something really, really, trying to make me want to give back my freedom, because it's crazy. It's just crazy how you feel.
Like I've never known I've always had a job since I was
Mm-hmm.
15.
Mm-hmm.
She drove me to Winn-Dixie, and I turned 16, got my car, and I've always had a job.
Yeah.
Clocked in. So I don't know the taste of freedom yet. So right now,
Right.
but I'm tasting it more.
Right. Yeah. You are. You sure are. Clock in like, damn. What could I be doing that instead of doing this right here? I could be hunting for more clients, so I could be educating myself on something different. It's like the world opens up.
I can be you're right. Like even if I wanted to take a vacation, I don't have to wait for approval.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
It's like, I reschedule a few clients, boom, I go. Right.
Oh,
And if I want more money, guess what? I create new sessions. I find the clients. Like it's on me. Like I don't have to like wait for somebody to tell me how valuable I am. Oh, you're only $15 an hour. What? No, I get to determine my value.
Exactly. Yeah.
So, and I'm learning that as I get more clients and I get my income increase. I'm like, wow, this is so doable.
Mm-hmm.
If I had like just 4 more hours a day to contribute to training,
Right.
like it's a crazy thought. And a few of my friends keep just encouraging me, and they're like, hey, one day you're going to be faced with, hey, I make X amount of money at personal training, and like I make this amount of money at my job, and it's going to come close. So you have to stop, right?
Right.
Do I stay or do I take a little leap and I take the big leap?
Right.
Trust in myself that I'm doing it, and if I had more time, I could do more.
Right. And that's when we're not supposed to do these. That's when it comes back to we weren't meant to do or complete certain goals by ourselves. You have to. We have to. We have a family. So I can understand where that income, when you're saying that income, you need it because you can't. It's less risk you can take when you're caring for a family. You can't take too many risks because somebody got to eat. I'm responsible for somebody eating. I'm responsible for clothing somebody and sheltering someone. So
paying for care, like it's
right.
Like it's not just me. I mean, I can't go stay on the friend's couch for a couple of eat it.
Right.
Done. So.
But like you said, you'll get there. It's cool. Once he gets a little bit older too, maybe help out with the family business.
No, he has a personality for it. Like he'll there's childcare doesn't start until 5:30 at the gym that I train at. So I tell my clients that. So he'll talk to everybody, and like when I teach my class, I'll let him come in there and sit a few minutes before class starts. And he starts doing push-ups and he's like, okay, everybody.
That's funny.
And he's awesome.
My daughter does the same thing. I'm like, you think these adults want to hear you bossing them around? She said, well, what can I do? I'm like, you could be the mascot. She's like, what? Yeah, well, what else? It's funny. Kids want it.
Yeah, he loves being the center of attention, so I know he's got it. He'll be a big part of business one day. So.
Yeah. So what else is going on as far as the personal training journey, the clothing line? How's that doing?
It's okay. It's the last release I had was a hoodie around right before Christmas.
Okay.
And I've had an influx of clients, so my schedule during a week, 2 days have gotten pretty full in the evenings. And then I'm actually going to probably do another group fitness class, probably cycling along with my strength training class.
Okay.
That's another day that I'll have in the evening that I'll have to go be at the gym. But besides that, like I haven't had much time to really design.
Right.
I love it. But every time I think of something, we're used to, I had the time to be like, okay, I wake up early and just sit down and think, right?
Right. Before, your son gets up and stuff.
Right. I don't have that time to dig deep in that creative side. But now I'm digging deep in the creative side of, okay, this guy can't use his right hand.
Wow.
How am I going to get him stronger?
Right.
So that's what I'm faced with, because I have the new clients that I have history of injury or really limited way they can train.
Right.
Having to think outside the box in there. So unfortunately, I don't have the extra time to get creative with my apparel, but it'll come. Like I'm hoping the next few months I can really dedicate more time to that. But so that's where I'm at right now. And I want to back up for a minute and kind of encourage anybody listening that I remember it when I first did my first group fitness class at the gym. That was my first thing.
Hold on a second. The train is passing by again. All right, cool.
So this was back in October. I started my first group fitness class, and this was before the personal training. I got busy with that.
Right.
So I remember we get paid every, I think, 2 weeks, and I missed a week because it was a holiday, and I came back. So anyway, I had like 3 checks. So we were sitting at the bank, and it hit me. I'm like, you know how long I've been waiting to get paid to work out?
Right, yeah.
I remember that thought in my head. It was like 2 years before that. Like, I was working out one day. I'm like, man, one day I'm gonna get paid to work out. Now, granted, it's not thousands of dollars yet.
Yeah, but it's something.
But it was like, I'm getting paid to work out.
Yeah.
Like, I'm paid just because I work out with
your clients. Yeah.
So I'm just like, 6 girls in there. I'm just working out, and like, they paid me for an hour that I would have worked out anyway. So that was a really freedom moment for me.
Mm-hmm.
I remember thinking that a couple years back, and it finally happened. So the power of thought, never underestimate that.
Oh, yeah.
Like, you can't doubt. You just gotta say, man, I'm looking forward to when I'm getting them paychecks from X.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna get paid to do this, or just think it. You gotta be confident when you think it, and it will manifest.
Manifest, yeah.
But you gotta stop living in doubt and fear. And never quit pursuing a dream if someone doubts you, because them doubting you is only their
Rush out here.
Brooklyn living right there.
For real. And if I don't leave these windows open, I'll die of heat.
Oh, yeah.
But yeah, it's true.
I wanted to express that. It just popped in my head, and I wanted to just give encouragement to somebody, because a lot of people like dream have these thoughts about, these dreams in their head, like it's just a daydream or it can never be possible.
Why? Oh, yeah. Why not? Right.
Because someone has gave you that limited thought.
Mm-hmm.
We weren't born with it. We were born like up as superheroes and believing we could save the world.
Mm-hmm.
Somewhere down the line, we were taught safety and to live in this box, because that's what everybody else does. That's what they were taught. You were taught to live in the box of comfort. You weren't born like that.
Right.
So never let anyone diminish that desire, that dream you have to change your life and to live how you want. Live life on your terms. But in order to do that, it's going to take a lot of sacrifice.
Right.
Okay, I've been up since 4:30 this morning, and I'm still going strong, and it's 5 o'clock.
Yeah.
But I'm grateful. You have to have a grateful heart, because people see that, and the energy you give out is the energy you'll give back.
Right.
So it's going to take a lot of hard work and sacrifice, but is it worth it? Absolutely.
Yeah.
Worth it. So never give up on yourself, and that's why it's so important to surround your life, have your life surrounded by people with like mind,
mm-hmm.
because they're trying just as hard as you.
Right.
And everybody wants to call me. No one
You need to take some with them?
No, it's fine.
Okay.
I got like 3 different phone calls. But anyway, like I got on like a little
rant. No, it was good, because I want to piggyback off of that. I don't know if you kept in touch with the shutdown, the government shutdown, but I was telling my mother, I said, I hope this is a wake-up call for a lot of those people that didn't get checks, because when you wait for someone to give you a living, especially nowadays, anybody, you could be fired, you could have this happen where you're working for no money, or you're not getting checks, whatever. It should motivate people to live on their own terms now. You should be your own boss. You should be, be an entrepreneur. If anything, if anybody should take anything away from that, it's that. It's that this government shutdown should wait. I hope it wakes a lot of people up, because it's that freedom aspect. They don't have to wait for anybody to get paid. If you hustle, if you have something that you want really really bad, you're gonna get it if you put in the work for it. I'm not saying that these people are not hard workers, but what I'm saying is that when you a lot of these people felt, oh, I got a government job, I'm good, I'm safe. You always say that a lot. I got a government job, I'm safe, I'm good. Look what happened. How safe and good are you now? Look at how far behind you are on your bills and everything like that. And it's messed up. It shouldn't have happened, but it should keep people in, wake up now and say, hey, well, look, I don't want this to happen to me again. Let me come up with a side hustle or something like that. And maybe it'll become my main hustle. So, well, yeah, because that way it was tragic. A lot of those people going to these senators' offices crying and stuff. You feel heartbroken for them, but it's just like, I hope this is the time that you say, all right, well, now, that business that I wanted to start up a couple of years ago, this is the time. Like, let me start putting money to the side for that, or invest in something, whatever it is. But
Invest. I've been getting researching more into that,
like
stocks and stuff.
Yeah.
And I know
that Robinhood and you easy.
I mean, I'm still a baby at it, right? I got stash, so I'm starting there. But I'm just it's such a eye opening to like finance, right? Because I heard just listening to like YouTube videos and people talk about it, like it's like money that's sitting in the bank is like dead money. Right.
Yeah.
I'm like, what? Dead money?
Right.
So like I'll keep watching and listening to all other people talk about it, but it's like investing your money is really like the smart thing to do with your money. Because in a savings account it collects nothing.
Right.
But if you invest, like you can get a lot back. If you're smart, you'd be smart about it. It's just investing in someone has a feeling about something.
Right. Yeah, do your research. Just like anything, you got to do your research, make your educated plays, and things will turn out. But yeah, it's definitely. And another thing to piggyback off that is they said that you should invest. What was it? I guess 1/4 of a check every month into investing into a stock, something like that. I believe it was. No. Okay, so how everybody, like, let's say you get your check, majority of people would use that first check maybe to pay their bills, and then the next check they'll whatever else they have to pay, and then whatever's left then they'll invest. But they say you should do that in the reverse. The first thing you should always do is put that portion aside to invest, and then everything else should come with it. And then they said that's the way that because investing should be the first thing in your head whenever you get any kind of money. How can I invest this in something so that money could be making you something? And then that's how everybody does it. The money that you have is just making more money. How am I going to make this money make more money? So they said a lot of people's mindset are backwards in that, where try it again. Hold on. That you should always invest first before you pay anything else or any kind of splurging. So that's the way. It's funny too. I'm old. I don't know about you. You're relatively young, but yeah. But it's crazy how we're figuring out all this stuff at this age. Well, at my age, you figured out pretty early in your life. But me, I figured it's like you're figuring out all this stuff that you should have learned. So that I'm doing that with my daughter now. I'm trying to, get some of these things in her head. Working for something. Trying to get into like an artisan trade. Don't not to dream too big that it's unrealistic, and have something that, okay, well, that's always going to be needed in life. Because for instance, I was watching a documentary where they were asking these kids, well, what do you want to be when you grow up? Everybody's like, oh, I want to be a doctor that cures cancer. Somebody was like, I want to see, African American kids like, I want to be the president. All this. He said, look, I want to tell all y'all something. Pretty much all of y'all dreams ain't coming true. He was like, and then they were like, what? He's like, yeah. He's like, who of you guys want to be, an artisan or a craftsman, build something. These are the things that are not, are always going to be needed. But if you go on these outlandish dreams and then you don't get them, then what happens? Then you're stuck in like a customer service job because you threw all your eggs in one basket. So it's kind of, and it sucks to tell kids, listen, your dreams ain't gonna come true. Some of your dreams are gonna come true, but how many actors do you know? How many singers, in the music business do you know? If I could count them maybe in one hand. So it's like, we gotta kind of see what happened, Gaga? Oh, well, she got CB. She called it. All right. Well, in a little bit. Not yet? Mm-hmm. Okay. And my neck hurts too. I gotta rub it again. Yeah, my daughter slept the wrong way, so she's complaining about her neck.
I hate that's terrible. You go all day with like a sore neck.
So. Yeah, and then she had gym today, so it didn't help. She's gonna play. She's not gonna worry about it until after. How kids are. But anyway, yeah, that was a little rant there. But yeah, it's also to try to give the education to our youth so that they're not learning this stuff at an older age, at such an older age. They should be out there with their own businesses as early as possible, and making those mistakes early so they don't have to make it when they're older and then they got a family and stuff where you don't want to take as many risks. Risk hurt a lot more. So I think giving some of the information and the knowledge back to the youth is really, really important, especially if you have a community that's tight.
Absolutely. Well, if you think about it, so say, just for instance, the kids that grew up to be famous singers, right? Mm-hmm. So it took their parents like, okay, your dream is to be a singer. What do we have to do for that to happen? And you just break it down. Mm-hmm. You have to learn how to sing, carry a tune. Right. And so they have to practice that. So whatever you have to do to perform places, right? Mm-hmm. So you have to learn how to sing. You have to learn like stage presence, how to entertain. I mean, hopefully that's, they have a heart to entertain anyway. They're not, that shy or whatever, but you got to do all that. Mm-hmm. If they make it through that part, then, I guess they can do bigger performances, places, mm-hmm. how that happens. But their parents took an active role in baby steps towards that huge, big goal.
Right.
I mean, if you think about it, if actors and singers, they start when they're kids. Mm-hmm. Like, I don't know, 85% of them, I don't know the numbers, but you hear most of them talk, like, they started when they were, like, 5, and you're like, wait, I just found out about you, like.
Right.
So think about all that work, that years of nothing but doing that. Mm-hmm. So when I think about myself, okay, I've been like really working out. Okay, I've been in health and fitness since I was 16.
Right. When you told me about the story when you wanted to get skinny, they look back in the archives of that one.
Well, they look at me now like you've always been in shape. No.
Yeah, right.
No, I've struggled with low self-esteem. I've struggled with not wanting to show my legs at one point in my life because I was ashamed of them. Like I've been through a lot with my body image. So that's what's really got me to this point because I'm so passionate about sharing what I've learned to help others overcome that.
Right.
Because guess what? If you live life like with low self-esteem, what are you going to accomplish really?
Exactly.
You don't love yourself. Mm-hmm. So I always aim higher.
Right.
If you learn to love yourself through being healthier, losing the weight, loving to take pictures now, because some people aren't in pictures because they hate the way they look.
Right. That's crazy, right?
So I want to be a part of that change. Mm-hmm. Just, I don't know. So yeah, I mean, I'm really young still, but I'm
Right, right, right.
I've been at it. So I lost a lot of weight at 16. Um, Lost a lot of weight again after I had my son. So I know how to do it. I know what it takes.
Right.
Emotional struggles. Anyway, but I've been there. I've been doing it for years. So just to think about like how long people actually have to do the crafts before
Right.
get like to where I don't know they're qualified to become bigger. More people know them now. People trust them. People when they think about that certain talent, they go to that person. Like it takes years.
Right.
Okay, it doesn't happen overnight because you have to go through the struggle to overcome it to teach somebody else how to do
How to
it.
do it right because you felt it. Mm-hmm.
You know, so
It's interesting. It's the same. It's when you think about it. Like I've been doing martial arts since I was 9, and I just at my age started to say, wait a minute, I think I can make money off of this. You know, but you know what I'm saying? I'm just like, wait a minute, and it's just like you said, a mentality. You know, to piggyback off the, you know, you have to feel it so that you could do it. We had a session, and at the end of the session, to kill the, to, you know how like I guess it, you know, when you lifting weights, you want to do like a kill. You know, you kill it, you kill your muscles in some kind of a way. So what we do is we'll do 50 roundhouse kicks on one leg, well one side, and then 50 roundhouse kicks on the other side, continuously, boom, boom, boom. So I went first, boom, 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 did my 50, took a minute, and then boom, did my 50. So the other guy, you know, paid up the pass for him. He's like, oh, so I'm gonna do 20. No, I'm gonna do 20, 20, and 10 or something like that. And I'm just looking at him like, what's wrong with this guy? And then the other guy comes up and like, nah, dude, you do it until you fail. And I'm like, and it could, so he looks at me when I first started doing my 50 and I did 50 straight. He's like, oh, how are you going to do it? Like, how are you going to break it up? I'm like, break it up? I'm doing 50. There's no breaking it up. And he's like, oh, you're crazy, man. And in my head, I'm saying to myself, when he tells me I'm going to do 2020, I'm like, dude, you're crazy. Like, you do it until you fail. And you just see the different mentalities of people, like the discipline. Like, I'm going until I can't go no more. That's what you're supposed to do, you know. And that's something that I've learned because I've done it since I was young. But you know, people that are getting into it, oh, they like, oh, you know, they try to pace themselves and they try to, nah, dude, you gotta go. You gotta go for it all the way. If you're not willing to die for it, then we not on the same. But you have to teach them that. You have to, you know, like it's not about, you know, pacing yourself. It's about throwing it all out there and giving your body what it needs to grow. You have to kill it in order to grow. So it's just interesting. It's just interesting the mindsets of people and how you have to recognize that, and then boom, I got to change this up. I got to make sure that they're good.
right. And one thing people don't realize is like they think bodybuilding is such a selfish sport. And it can be at times. I'm not saying it's not, but just think about, you know, the people. Okay, when you walk in a gym, you see people who, you know, have the physique, you know, the bicep, the shoulders, the legs. Like, man, like, you know, he works out, or you know, she works. Do you think that person walks into the gym and be like, hey, I think I'm gonna, you know, do a few sets.
Right.
That's a few sets today.
Yeah. Maybe
Oh,
once every 4 months or 3 months or something when you're like sick and dying or something. All right, I'm gonna go and I'm just gonna do this 10 minutes real quick, you know, just to get some. Nah, dude, that's the only time.
and do you think people that make millions of dollars a year, do you think they wake up every day and say, hey, I'm gonna be mediocre today.
Right.
I'm gonna like half-ass my life today. Excuse my language, but I get passionate. No, they're they hit the ground running every day. Like that person, the person you see with the physique you want at the gym, or I don't know, wherever, their physique matches their mind, because you can't look like that unless you physically push yourself like to like the brink of like I don't even know if I can walk anymore.
Right.
Like I don't mean injury. I just mean like your muscle fatigue.
Right.
So, and I like to stress to some of my clients who I can't talk to every client like this, but the ones I can about, look, this, like, I like to do it on the last set, right? So I like, this is your last set. I said, I want you to just take a minute to think before you start the set. Like, you need to give this all you have since you're the last set of this thing. If your muscles don't work hard and you don't feel like you can't you can't get the last rep up, Harley. That's how much I want you to focus and work, because your body's changing. You're telling your body, you're forcing it to change. And if you can get this last set, if you push and push, imagine what you can do outside the gym when you're not working out, when you're just living your life.
Right.
Something hard comes up in your life, you don't know you can get through it, but it's like, I just did that last set and I got my reps in. I fought to get that last rep in. I did it.
Yeah.
I didn't do it. How are you going to perform outside of the gym now? You're going to give it even much more, because you did something you thought you couldn't do in the gym. So you're going to do something you thought you couldn't do in your life.
Right.
And so that's why I've stuck with fitness and bodybuilding for so long. That's why, I'm still going to compete in shows, is because, like, it's taught me so much about not giving up and pushing through discomfort and pain. We have pain in so many ways. We have emotional pain, spiritual pain. We have physical pain. We have pain of rejection, pain of not loving ourselves. There's so much pain.
Right.
But if you can push past that pain, you can push past other pain.
Right.
So anyway, that's what's really kept me drawn to this industry. And that's where I really want to help people with that mindset, creating that mindset.
Right.
Because not a lot of people know it, or even know how to, like, go about that direction of, I guess getting it. I don't know.
Right.
I don't know if I can help them in that direction at all. That's what I want. That's what I desire. So,
I mean, it's a
kind of deep, Jason. Sorry.
I feel like when you're in this game, you have to be, because you understand, just like a lot of other fitness people are, in any kind of, and when I say fitness, I encompass everything, whatever you're doing, whether it's bodybuilding, whether it's martial arts, whether it's cardio, kickboxing, whatever. What's the other thing? What's the thing that they do, like a high intensity workout, but with weights? I forget what it's called. Yeah, but with what is it that it's like CrossFit, right? Whether you're doing CrossFit, any of those things, you have to have a discipline, and that discipline transfers into anything that you do in life. And I try to, it's very revealing but now that I've been teaching the youth, I can see how, like, wow, their discipline is so far off, and it's like you have to build that up in them to get it. Like, yo, you can't just be, you can't flounder around over here. It's a discipline to this stuff. You have to be, focused on something so that you can get something later on. And you could definitely see how a lot in the youth, when they're like, for instance, I'm like, all right, so I see you tomorrow. Oh, maybe I'm gonna blah 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 blah. So think about that. That's a kid that's already maybe 7, 8, 9, 10 years old. If you let that continue, they're gonna be 30 something years old talking about maybes. Oh yeah, I'm maybe gonna show up to work today and stuff like that. So, and I try to tell my daughter, I'm like, you see this right here? I said, this is the problem. I said, because I feel like parents nowadays give kids too many options. Like, if I'm paying for you to do something, you're gonna do it, and you're gonna be there every day, and you're gonna and you're gonna keep doing it, until it's done. If you start something, you have to finish it.
Yeah.
I said, what do you think you're gonna do when when you get older and you get into the business world or whatever it is? You think you're gonna say, oh yeah, I'm gonna maybe I could finish that, but no, they're gonna be like, okay, well, I'm gonna get somebody else that is gonna finish it by this time. So I said, everything correlates, everything, it's a circle. Once you have a discipline, especially in something in fitness is something physically that you can touch and that you can feel how powerful it can be when you can't breathe anymore. You got all this sweat on you. You feel it. So anything else, you're like, oh, I got this. I can do this easily because I just did the hardest thing I thought that I could do. And like you said, I did it. Especially if you do it in the morning time. That's why I would like you. If you work out early and you get that hump out of the way, you feel like the rest of the day is just, I'm breezing all of this. But
and you limit your excuse not to work out.
Right.
You get I'm tired. I want to go home and relax.
Right. I already did it though.
And then you sleep so much better too.
Right.
Because you're exhausted by the time you get home, cook dinner or whatever. I mean, you're ready for bed. You don't want to surf on your phone. You're just tired.
Mm-hmm. Quick side note before we kind of wrap this up, because I know it's getting late. But when I wake up in the middle of the night, like, and I still need a little bit more sleep, I read scripture, and they said that they were saying that when you buddy of mine, because he's helping me get back into it, it's my barber actually, and he was saying that if you ever wake up in the night, it's because like the Holy Spirit is telling you to get up and
Yes.
like, so, and he said when you read, watch how tired you get, and every time I wake up in the middle of the night, I read for a bit. Boy, I knock right back out, and sometimes I even wake up late to wake up. She's like, "Yo, what's up? We gotta go." Oh, stop. So it's been interesting. That's interesting. It's interesting how that part of the I guess you could say the circle that I've been missing for so long, and I'm glad that I'm getting right, back into it, because I can feel like the difference.
Hey, do you have any books? I'm like, yes.
Yeah.
I have a book. I was so excited. To hear that. But yeah, back to about you reading scripture in the middle of the night. Like when I listen to praise and worship music right before bed, I don't always get to do it because sometimes I'm just like, I can't go right out. If I find myself like not really that tired yet, instead of doing something else on my phone, I'll just put in my AirPods, and then I'll just listen to some music. Boom.
Yeah.
I'm out. So yeah.
The next time we can go into more of that stuff, more description stuff, because it's cool. I'm glad that I got back into it, and I'm around people that are cool with it. You're one of the first people I thought of when I was looking for more books. I was like, wait a minute, I know someone that got me. But,
yes.
Anything?
It just takes so much burdens off of your shoulders, because like someone's always backing you, someone's always going to take care of you,
right?
Because he will.
Mm-hmm. All right, anything you want to plug in before we wrap up? We got to do this more often. Maybe we could try to do this every Monday if you got the time.
Yeah, so right now it's good because my last client like 6:45, I think, like that, so we're good. I live right on the gym.
All right,
amazing.
Well, we'll keep in touch with text and stuff, and post this up.
Awesome. I can't wait to see it.
Of course. So anything you want to plug in before we go?
No, just have a plan each day. So, just like with any goal, like if you don't know how to get there, you're not going to get there.
Right.
So, I'll just challenge the viewers to, hey, the night before, what do I want to do tomorrow? What are like 3 things that I want to get done tomorrow? And just write it down, like 3 things, boom, do it.
Right.
Like nothing crazy, right? Something that you can just get done. So, but try to limit the distractions too. A lot of TV and social media are a lot of big distractions for us, so try to limit those. But then hustle. I mean, dreams are in the grind and the hustle. That's how they're made. That's how they come true. So just get it done.
Yeah, look at that. Haley, quote unquote, get it done. That's the next shirt. I'm still waiting for you to come up with a menswear, man. I'm feeling a little
I know.
I know. I feel a little out of the loop here.
The men feel neglected. I know.
For real.
Progress.
men feel like we're not needed. Man, quick side note, dude. Oh my God, I was watching something on women. Not to poop on the ladies or anything, but so this guy came up to this woman. He said, "So what do you think 3 things that women do better than men?" Women listed whatever they listed. So he said, "What do you think? There's 3 things that men do better than women." Women couldn't say anything. And then there was some other women I don't think they do anything better than women. And I was just looking, and I felt like I was just like, so you telling me that women and I don't know if I wouldn't say this is the majority of women, but you're telling me that women feel that men are unnecessary in their lives. I feel like that's so. I don't know where that comes from. That's crazy to me.
Asking, or were they asking?
Well, they were just hold on a second. They just asked, just that general question. The type of women, they looked like they were in the 20s at least.
That's probably the
Probably. I mean, I just feel like that was nuts. But the thing about it is that I feel is you should look at their. It has to come from people's parents, because if you can't find value in something, is because you were taught that there was no value in it. Right? It's just I don't know. I feel like there has to be a correlation there. But before we get into anything too deep, maybe we'll save it for the next time. But I just wanted to bring that.
Yeah, well, I mean, I can I could say a little something about it. Like,
Right.
okay, so I think it all stems from relationships, right? So if you take an unhappy relationship where they don't, because when you're a successful relationship, like you bring each other up, like one's better at some things, the other's better at other things, and you combine and like you're just a power team.
Right.
Okay, so you're gonna have things that the opposite person, the man does that they're way better than the woman. Then you have the woman that have different strengths. I mean, I don't know. I just see it like that. So maybe the women they asked didn't have great examples of that.
That's what I'm saying. Exactly. Yeah. Like they didn't see their mother and father.
Yeah.
Show a good example of what a relationship or a marriage should be about. So then as they get older, okay, it kind of makes sense. You will see. But I feel like even though, or let's say a relationship doesn't work out, like for instance, our, you know, significant others, they didn't work out, but I would never say that she, it's like, I would never downgrade her. I would never downgrade that gender. I would be like, well, women could, you're nurturers, you're, you have a lot of feelings, different things like that. I'm not going to just say, yeah, I'm not good for nothing. Cause it's like, what, how can you,
You've been burned. You tell me.
Yeah, exactly. Like, I would never say something like that, just like a man, a man and a woman together is like is the dream, because you can push yourselves to a place that y'all wouldn't have been on your own, and we complement each other. Which what I don't have. I can't give birth. You give birth. You you're the your guys are the nurturers. The kid. I don't care what. You could be the worst mother in the world, but I bet you that kid will save you from the fire before they save me. They'll be like, oh shit, we left dad. You know what I'm saying? And I'm all right with that. I'm okay with that, because that's how it's supposed to be. You're taught to protect the household. You're told to protect the women. You give your life for them, because you know that they carry on the species. I mean, and it's crazy that you can't kind of they had nothing good to say about men. It's like, what? That's nuts. That's nuts to me. I just was like, wow.
No, men are a very important part of society. So are women, but I think our roles have got diminished through I hate to keep like dogging social media, but like especially as like the more independent women have gotten, I don't even know the word right now. It just the roles kind of suffer now, I think. So I don't know. I fully believe like, in marriage and the roles and a man being the leader of the family. Like I totally still believe in that, but there's just some men who can't do it, and there's some women who can't play that part.
Right.
There's just some just can't. Okay, or they just need a lot of more maturing to do and lessons learned, and to really appreciate those roles. So, and you just have to make sure that when you choose to be in a relationship with somebody, that they fulfill those roles like you desire them to.
Like you said, it goes back to the parents, or any of, parents get a lot of slack, but any kind of mentor, you don't have to be biologically, you didn't have to make them to, lead them. That's where pastors come in. That's where teachers come in. That's where, you know, whatever kind of role models that they are, they have a responsibility to the next generation, just like that generation is going to have that responsibility to, and it's all supposed to follow a cycle. And I feel like somewhere along the line we lost that.
We did, yeah.
We did. But all right, let's wrap it up. We'll be here next week if you are so inclined. Yeah, we'll be up all night talking. It's been too long. That's what it is. It's been way too long. But all right, guys, throw in your social media as well for your.
Oh, okay. So personal social media is Live Well with Hales on IG, and then Haley Ferguson on Facebook. ArmorIron.com for my apparel. And for any personal training needs, online coaching, you could be in a different state, different country. I can still train you. Just hit me up on either IG or Facebook. So,
cool. And I'll link them.
Oh, great. Thank you.
Well. Yeah, of course. I just got to get them off of you later. All right, guys. Good night. Love and blessings to everybody, man. Thank you all for coming through. We'll see y'all next week.
Bye.
Thank you.